organizer based here in the Metropolitan DC area. It's 5:45 a.m. on a Monday morning. I'm going to Bali today, which is very exciting. And the very last thing on my to-do list from the last few days is record video. So I really wanted to show you a video of how I, as an organizer, prepared for this trip. So we're going for 3 weeks, which takes just obviously a lot of planning to kind of close our lives down. And it wasn't in my head to create a certain number of lists in a certain way, but here's how very organically my to-do list for this big 3-week trip came about. First of all, I created this one in Evernote probably 5 months ago, and it was just the Bali to-do list, I think, and it was 2 parts. It was to bring and to buy. So I had a few of those in Evernote, and then about 2 weeks ago I printed it, put it on the fridge, and as we're kind of thinking through, everything just landed on here. Handwritten, and we've just been crossing them off. I haven't revisited the Evernote since I printed it. To buy was very small. I wrote down to do, which helped when I got to, especially the last 3 days. So like I said, it's Monday, and it was Thursday night I realized I needed to break to-dos out on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, because I started to realize, you know what, there are a lot of things I can only do on Friday, given banks opening and closing and business hours. So Thursday I created Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so a lot of what was on here migrated to over here. My husband will tell you that I almost always have a list for him, so this is called Nick To Do, and of course this came about again as there were things that I was kind of delegating to him. This is important, auto payments in Bali. So naturally we want to be there, we don't want to worry about, oh, is there money set aside for this and this, what bills are coming due? So I just kind of wrote it all out, had my grand total for everything that's going to be taken out of our account. So into that account we can move just the right amount with a cushion and just forget about it. I'll share this in the bottom underneath this video. I've done a blog post on these workout calendars and how Nick and I every month track our workouts. We're still going to do that in Bali. So I've colored those days in green. I'm going to bring this one with me. And then last but not least, I have a list called Post Bali. So again, I don't want to be carrying around things in my head even on this trip. So we've got a number of things that are just going to be sitting here waiting for us when we get back that I was able to kind of unload. So, oh, and not to mention, of course, late last night I create this Monday morning before we get on a car to the airport list. And I'm going through that now. Video was on there too. So to recap, what have I got here? 6 lists to go on this 3-week trip. The Evernote of to bring and to buy started very early, months before the trip. And this was also a shared note with my husband so he could add to it as well. The to-dos eventually moved over to the Friday, Saturday, Sunday list. This was tremendously helpful in mapping out and seeing our last few days. The auto payments in Bali, I'm going to bring this one with me. The to-do list for my husband, you can actually see it used to be quite long. I got through that. The workout calendar is coming with us. And did I already say the post-Bali one? Sorry, it's really early. But these are the lists. For some of you, these lists may drive you crazy. For me, I would have been driven crazy without these. I have no idea how I would have pulled this trip off without these. So I just wanted to show how I love a good to-do list. And it's important just to get really creative and let them kind of pop out and grow organically as you need them. So I hope that gives you some inspiration. Maybe if not for a trip, but for a big project or anything else in your life where you need to kind of map out your to-dos and visually see them. So for other ideas like this, obviously subscribe to my channel here. And please visit theinspiredoffice.com, my website, for tons of more ideas, blog posts, etc. Thank you so much for watching. Again, this is Kacy Paide of theinspiredoffice.com.